Hey y'all, welcome back. So here we are in the tower. We're going to go ahead and get started on doing some of the decorations here. As you remember, we did we put in these guys last time, and we're going to start putting in some more. But first, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys. I figured out a way to do the wiring for the elevator. And we're going to have to dismantle portions of this in order to get it to work. But I believe it's not going to completely hide it, just because we're using these warehouse walls. But we can come, kind of close. So we're going to just store all of these. We're going to store that. And what we need to do is we need to come over here, back to warehouse. And we're going to drop. Going to do that, then that, and then we can remove that. There we go. Because I need a platform out here. Because the wire is going to come out here. Now, it's going to come along this, and I'm actually going to end up, I believe I'm going to end up running it down probably the trash chute side of this. But I wanted to go ahead and then I can... by doing that, it allows me to keep most of the wiring hidden anyway. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start by, let's see here. Now, I like using these little guys at the end, the little vault power conduits. They're really small. They have a very small profile. And so they don't intrude very much. So we want to get this about as centered as you can. We don't want it to pop up too much because otherwise it's going to end up seeding into the room above. Really doesn't matter where this goes too much. You just need it close to the corner there. I think that should be good enough. Let's see if we can move it over just a touch. Alright, so now go ahead and just wire that. So that's our first wall. First wire. Next wire is going to end up going... We're only going to use 3 conduits for this. So we want to put this... Now here's the tricky part. The tricky part to this is actually getting this to line up properly. Because you have to do this without walls. This one you want to kind of line up like that. So, those are our 3 conduits that we're going to end up using. Now, I've only wired the first one because the way this works is, unfortunately, with warehouse walls, they won't clip through wires. Now, I know that there is a wireless trick. And so, if you want to do that, go for it. And you can just wire this up directly using that wireless trick and no problem. You don't have to worry about this. But not everybody knows how to do it. Not everybody wants to do it. And because it's wireless, you can't always tell where the wires are going. And it could be confusing and other things. So I'm not going to bother with it right now. I haven't really messed with it at all. I've tried it a couple of times, but I feel like it can cause more issues, for me at least, than it would solve. Yes, it would be cleaner, but I don't want to lose track of what actually is wired and what is not. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start with that. As you see, that covers most of this. But what we have to do is we have to come here and let's see here. So we pop that wall back on. So that is actually going to come right there. Yeah, that looks good. Now that I got this wall in place, now I can come here, highlight the wire. Come on. Come on. There we go. And wire that. Now, let's take a look. Yeah, see, it strings across and you can see it. It's not the end of the world, at least for me. Let's see if we can reverse this wall, though. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, let's try that again. Let's put the floor back in place. And we removed that. So we're going to pop this guy right back here. Now, like I said, I don't think there's a way to get this to be completely invisible, unfortunately, other than the wireless glitch. Since if you used, say, the concrete can hide wires almost completely. So that's a good thing to remember, is the concrete walls can actually hide wires almost entirely. It's very difficult to see the wires afterwards. So, all right, come on. There we go. Now we'll take this one off, and yeah, let's try that. Let's see if that works. But yeah, the concrete can cover up wires almost completely, or actually completely. See, once I take this wall off, it won't go back in, because I got that wire there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this, and what I'll do is I'll kind of act like that is, I can put a picture or something along this back wall, because that's where the bed's going to go anyway. In fact, let's take a quick look and do a painting. See, and if you use a large enough one, see, like that, it really doesn't look that bad. It actually looks like it's hanging on that wire. Ooh, except it's not. Okay, let's try a different one. Let's try it like that. Oh, see, that's much better. Yeah, that works. See, the frame is large enough on that that you can't even see the wire. The wire just passes right through it. I like that. I'm good with that. You change it however you want. This is how I'm going to be okay with that. So the other thing, the next step, is we've got to get... oh, boy. Well, okay. I know how to do this. We just do a temporary. So you just place another one down. Wire it up to... Oh. Right, it's got to be out of the way. Okay. Won't work there. That's alright. Not a problem. We'll work it out here. We'll go from the other side. That works. And we can do the wire glitch for that. And boom. There we go. So now we got to get the other wall in. Now, I think this should snap in. Let's see. No. Oh, you know what it was? It was that wall. That was the wall that... Okay, come on. You want to go back. There you go. Okay. And let's go ahead and put that wall back in, because I'm done there. It's all about how you put this together. These things are really picky sometimes. So now we can come back here and actually do the wire glitch off of this guy. And there we go. We'll remove that guy. And you'll see there's, I mean, yeah, there's going to be a wire showing. It's going to be very difficult, like I said, to try and completely remove this wire from using the warehouse walls here. It just, the nature of them, they're very, very thin walls, and yeah, it's hard to really get it to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of put some stuff in front of it as much as I can. Oh, let's get the door back in here. There we go. And that should be everything. Everything is back. Oh, except for that. However, what I want to do is let me go ahead and... Well, I'll wire this up myself later. I just wanted to show you guys that. The rest of it is going to be me putting... I'm just going to put some floors out here. Yeah, see, those won't fit. But I can snap some to this. I could potentially, I don't even know. Yeah, see, it won't even snap out here. That will. And then, you know, from here, you just snap these on, because you want to have a little bit of a gap when you're doing this, so that you can actually work on this and make sure it looks good rather than trying to glitch it through the floors at all times. Anyway, I'm going to work on that later. You guys, I'm sure you've seen this, you know how to do this. So, you know, you just line up with that wire, grab it, place them where you want them, and keep going along the wall here. Anyway, so what I'll do is I will show you one other thing where I'm going to end up putting the okay, that's going to go back in place. What I'll do, well, I guess I really didn't need to do that, did I? Ooh, I hope I can put that back. Yeah. Okay. So what you do, what I'm going to do, is I'm going to actually attach the wire. I'm going to show you where I'm going to end up putting this, just to hide it a little more. I'm going to put it right there. And that way, it's inside. People coming through won't be able to see it, and it's just going to string straight down from there. In fact, you can even put it under the eave here if you want. It won't matter. Just, yeah, like that, and then you can't even see it. But then we can go up, and it's technically going to be crossing the escape chute over here, but that's not a huge thing. It's not a really big deal to me, because what's going to happen is the number one, you pass through wires, and the only person who's ever going to see it is whoever is taking the escape chute. So not really a big problem for me. But anyway, all right, so there's that, and that ate up far more than I thought it was going to, but that's okay. So let's do this. Let's actually go ahead and take the chute. Because we want to head back down. So the next thing is I'm going to show you guys the sink embedded in the counter. I want to do that real quick. So what we want is, number one, we need to have the sink. I always forget which one. Yeah, it is. Okay. So it's technically not furniture or decorations. Okay, so that's our sink, and we're going to have it as low as we possibly can. I can store that for now. The other thing we need is, I think it's under tables. That's the other one I always forget about. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. So we want... That table's a little too high, so what we're going to do is we're going to do this low table right here. So... Now, as you see, if I just put these together like that, because this can't really go much lower. See, it starts to turn, and then it won't snap on. It won't attach anymore. But that's about as low as I can get it, and that's still a little too high. I mean, it's not a bad sink height. I just don't want it. It's a bit of a low table, but this is a bit of a high table. And if the sink actually opened into this, yeah, this would work perfect. Because look at that. That height is perfect. If the sink overrode the interior, the top of this table, that would be perfect. But it won't. So we'll use this low one. And we'll just have this raised up a little bit. But anyway, so to me that looks a little weird. So what we're going to do is we're going to lower this even more. To do that, we need to first off come out here. And we're just going to grab it with this. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I'm not sure what happened there. My computer decided to crash on me. So let's go ahead and start this over. So we got our ashtray here, and we're just going to grab this and bring this off. I'm going to try and cut this so that there's no... I'm not in the middle of saying something when it went down, but we'll see how well that goes. Anyway, so now we got our little... fancy floating sink. Do I have a... Apparently I do not. Okay, I'm going to have to pop out another one. That's fine. Come down here and give us this. And we lower this just a bit. Let's see, that should be good. Why is this Brahmin in my way? That's not right. I think that's too low. Let's try that. That works. Alright, that might not be low enough, but we'll see. Let's see. It's hard to see. No, that works. That's good. Alright, so now what you want to do is we're going to need to line this up and put this on the wall. I'm going to actually push it a little deeper than it normally is going to go because we're going to end up using the... we're gonna have to embed it in the wall, so we want it to go a little lower. So now that we've got that, let's go ahead and, well, actually, here's what we can do. Is since I got this at the right height, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this up now, because this is going to be a whole lot easier if I, instead of glitching it all together and trying to bring it up as a single piece, if I can get this in place first. Sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy, by the way. I'm not trying to. Let me shift it so that it's a little different here. Anyway, so instead of taking it all up as one entire piece, if we can actually put this in first, it ends up being better. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and get this. See, that looks good. It's close enough to the wall that you don't have to worry about it. You're not going to really notice. I don't think it's fully touching the back wall there, but it's close enough. So, and I know I did not actually fix this. I still need to do that. Anyway, let's just go out the super quick way. Oh, right. I forgot about that. What did I land on? I have no idea. Anyway, alright, so now what we're going to do is, to do this, we're going to, I suppose I should have done this upstairs, huh? Sorry, guys. I am losing my train of thought here, and it's not good. So, let's head back up. Again, apologies if you're getting sick or dizzy with this, so I'm going to try and keep it like this so that it doesn't make you guys dizzy, hopefully. I don't know. Nobody's actually said anything about it, but hopefully nobody's getting dizzy with this. So let's go one more up. And alright. So now what we're going to do is we need to get a floor piece. That is a rad storm, I believe, or at least a storm. Brewing outside. Fun stuff. Anyway, let's get this here, and we're going to push it over this way. So then we come back into furniture and tables. And I want the drawers facing forward. Yeah, see? I want those drawers. So we're going to slide this here. Yep, that is definitely a rad storm. Doesn't have to be perfectly in the middle. That's too deep. Great thing about... Man, okay. Hang on. I'm sorry, guys. This is just way too dark. I can barely see what I'm doing, and I'm sure you are not enjoying this. So let's come back out and let's hit the button. And clear out that rad storm. There. So much better. Alright. Instead of forcing you guys to watch me go one more time up the stairs, I'm going to go do it on my own, and I'll meet you back up there. Okay. And we're back. And as you see, it's nice and clear. So, let's go ahead and... I don't care how far it sticks out the back too much, because you're not really going to see that from down below. I just want it to kind of line up with this other one a bit, so that these are about even, because that's what you usually see, is these things will be approximately even. So I think that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and drop it into place, and there we go. So now we got our sink. And it's, as you see, it looks like a full sink. It's raised up a little bit, but it's not bad. And that'll help You know, it kind of keeps it a little bit somewhat realistic. Gives us a sink and it hides all the plumbing. So that's kind of cool. I like that. I think that looks really good. So let's go ahead, and I think that's mostly what I'm going to end up doing for this side. Let's put... Oh, that's the shack. I don't know why I'm in the wood walls. Let's go back here. And we'll put this... right there. And then I can put the door right there. So, what we're going to do is this time... I'm going to make this nice and simple. We're going to do... This is the last thing I'm going to do for now. And I guess I'm only getting the kitchen done. Thought I'd have more time to do more decorations in here, but I guess not. Sorry, guys. That's alright. So we're going to use one of these. And then we're going to have each of these on either side. So unfortunately we can't go that side, but we can go this side. And we just got to line it up. And there we go. That's nice and lined up. What we're actually going to do is we're going to move this over to here. How lined up is that? Is that looking good? So I actually want these to pretty much be touching the... That's nice. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. Now let's make sure that's nice and straight. Or relatively so. Almost. Fix it just a bit. There we go. That looks good. That looks good. Now we get the last table in. Just pop it down. And we'll put it into place. Now, yes, these are going to be kind of clipping together. But I don't mind if you do, you make them however you like. I'm just putting them in like this because I want a nice big counter. And I want this this thing in the middle here kind of as a food prep area. Let's see now. That didn't do it. Let's... Okay. I think that's good. Oh, you know what I just realized? That's not going to work out really well, is it? Nope. Now let's see. I just want to make sure that this is going to line up pretty much identical. It can stick out a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, well, I'm going to take care of this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take care of this off camera because this is about as far as I'm going to go. Basically, I'm just going to end up putting these three right in here. And it's just going to fit right in there. So that we'll have counters on this side with a stove in the middle. And then some counters on this side for some more food prep and all that. I'm going to have to build this. I messed up and I forgot that I can't just grab these because if I do, I grab everything. And then I fall to the ground and then it's no longer fun. Because it's also going to go super slow if I do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this outside. Probably in the little broken down house out there. And bring it on up. And I'll show you what it looks like after I've done that. That's probably... I don't know if I'm going to do anything else in here. I'll probably put like a fridge-ish thing in here. I'm going to go ahead and get the wiring done, and I will get... I'm going to probably start stringing up some lights in here. But I'll show you what the wiring looks like. I'm going to probably leave that outside area open on the floor just below us over here. I'm going to leave this open because I know I can put the wall pieces here back whenever I need to. But if I leave this out like this, I can actually show you guys what the wiring is going to look like. I'm going to try and keep most of it on this side, but I am going to have to put some on other sides as well. I'm probably going to have to actually put it on all three sides. I don't want it on the front, just because that's the main front of the building, of course. But I'm probably going to have to put it on the far side over here, along this outer wall over here. Unfortunately, I was trying to avoid that, but I think this building is just too big, and I don't think it's going to be able to light up things over here without me doing that. But I'm gonna try and I'm gonna work with it and figure out exactly where that's gonna end up going. So what I'm gonna do is the last thing I'm gonna show you. Thought I jumped down. Last thing I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and just pop down our fusion generator, because we want a fusion generator out here. We don't want it right there. Well, we do, but we're going to have to sink it. I want it sunk just a bit, not a lot, just a little bit. So that you know, that way it looks like it's been here. It's part of this. It's not something that was added and is semi-floating. Kind of like how I did the dumpster right here. You know, it's sitting there and it is embedded in the ground just a bit. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit. And right there. There we go. So yeah, see how that works. I'm good with that. And then and that's why I wanted it on this back wall though, because you know, we have all this. I know normally these kind of buildings have their generators indoors. And if you feel like it, if you really don't want something like this fusion generator out like this, feel free to sink it completely in the ground, or just have the little antenna here, little conduit at the top of this sticking up out of the ground. That's fine. It works, and you know, that would be fine as well. I'm not going to do that. I actually want to see my fusion generator. A lot of these buildings anyway have these kind of fusion generators. Some of them have them in the basement. Some of them have them on the outside. And I'm just going to say that this is one of the ones that has it on the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and get the wiring going. I'm going to send all the wiring straight up the trash chute here and get it along. I'm actually going to go ahead and wire up all of the levels because, again, I realize that that's not something fun that everybody wants to watch. So we'll go ahead and get that done. And I think I can probably get away with, hopefully, wiring only every other level down here. We'll try that and see if that works. And if it does, that will help keep things a little cleaner. But anyway, that's where we're at. So I'm going to stop here, and we'll come back, and I'll figure out exactly what I'm going to do next time. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm still not. I'm still trying to figure all this out. Let me check. Well, I can mess with that later. But so that's our tower so far. And I'm going to start working on getting some of those wiring done for next time. So I will see you guys then. Have a great day. Bye, guys.